Getting in on the ground floor of some of these big NFT gaming project tokens can net huge profits. This is something that we all know here in the cryptocurrency space is not the easiest thing to do. It requires a ton of research and in-depth looking at a project. But today I'm going to show you a project that does that for you and works as an actual launch pad for popular NFT games, helping you as a retail investor get on board with these early gains. Are you ready? Well, hey there, crypto friends. Thanks again for joining me. So today we're talking all about a launch pad for NFT game tokens and games in general that helps retail investors learn more about these projects that are upcoming, do the research, help you understand why it is a great project, and invest in them early before they get to these stages of whales buying up all the tokens and soaking up all the profits. It's the retail investor that gets left out of this stuff. If you're not an accredited investor in the United States, maybe you know what I'm talking about. It can be rough when you know there's a good deal to be had and you just can't get access to it. Today we're talking about Seedify and how they're helping to grow the NFT gaming ecosystem. But before we get into all that, if you're a fan of gaming, NFTs, and earning money in crypto, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit that like button. And you can turn on bells too. Turn the notifications on. Turn all the things on. That way you can continue to maximize your gaming and NFT profits with me and the community of stashers that we have here going on. We're all very supportive. Join the Discord. Jump in Discord with us and hang out and learn more about NFT gaming and playing to earn. So let's go take a look at Seedify, because this is a pretty interesting project. They've helped to incubate quite a few popular games we've talked about here on the channel already quite a few times. My buddy Zuljan's also a big fan of Seedify, and so I want to give you guys a little bit of an overview of exactly what this company does and how you can get involved in the ground floor of some of these brand new NFT gaming projects. All right, so here we are at the Seedify website, and as they say here, entering the gateway of blockchain gaming, that's what you basically can do with this. So, what they've done here is they've, created a multi-chain launch pad and incubator for NFT games. And they've actually already done quite a few different games. You may know they have a bunch of upcoming ones we'll talk about here in a second, but games like Defina, CryptoBlade's Kingdom, right? That's a pretty big one there. Also Forest Night, which is a game that we've also featured recently, and the Night token has been doing great. Snook is another one. I haven't got over to Snook as an actual game review, but done very well with Snook as well. So there's been quite a few successful sales here, and you can see the amount of raise they've done for each one of these different projects, which can be pretty beefy. Monsters Clan did quite a bit here, almost a little bit over $250,000. So pretty interesting that they've worked with some of these really cool projects, and they have a couple of projects that are upcoming as well. Hero Arena here is happening in just about a day, and they have a couple other ones as well. So what they're kind of do right now is evolving as they go. So right now they focus mostly on NFT gaming tokens, but they're actually also going to be launching a Seedify Game Studios, where they're actually going to be helping to produce these games and then also looking at doing launchpad for NFTs of the games themselves, not just the tokens. So you'll be able to have launch pads and IGOs or for the actual NFTs, right? Initial game offerings. That's what IGO stands for. And if you guys are not familiar with what a launch pad actually really is, a launch pad is a way for a retail investor to get early access to a token before it goes live on like a DEX or on an exchange, right? So you're getting these initial offerings through this company, and they do they kind of help to put a spotlight on these things so you can get access early, right? Early access is always going to net the most amount of profits, but you need to be confident about it. You need to be confident that these projects you're getting access to are 100% legit, they're researched well, and they're not going to rug pull. Because that's a huge thing, and that's something that does happen quite often here in crypto. I get hit up all the time by games that look scammy, and it probably are, and I turn down most of the people who offer, that want me to cover their project, because They just don't have that level of professionalism that I'm looking for in a game that I want to cover. So that's what Seedify does here with their Launchpad. Now, you do need to take note that to actually participate in an IGO here, or an IDO here through Seedify, you do need to KYC on their platform. Now, that aside, it is a little bit harder for U.S. investors to get on board with Seedify because of the securities laws here in the United States. Once again, they don't want us getting access to these things. They want to leave it for the big fish, the people who already have millions of dollars. They're like, hey, here, sure, you want another easy opportunity for 100x? Yeah, we're only going to give it to the whales. Now, Seedify tries to help with that, but if you're a U.S. investor, you'll need to have something like a foreign LLC that you can use to invest in something like an IGO on Seedify. So that's the one downside there. But if you're outside the United States, all you have to do is KYC in the platform, and you're good. You're good to go. Now, Seedify does have their own native token called SFUND, and this is actually important for the ecosystem. So if you're an investor for Seedify and you want to invest in the latest IGOs, you do need to hold a certain amount of SFUND. And they actually have a tiered system for this, right? So they have a tiered system for, depending on how much Seedify you own, or how much SFUND you own on Seedify, that's how much access you get to that particular IGO. So it does scale up, and they're starting at 250 SFUND and going up and giving you more and more access to the amount of tokens on these IGOs. And so, like I said, the good thing about Seedify is they do all the research and analysis for you. They want to launch quality projects. They're doing the research. They're going in depth into these projects. They're looking at the team. They're looking at the tokenomics. They're looking at the long-term roadmap. All these things that we talk about. They're looking at the community, right? These are all things we talk about. Like when you're looking for a good project, what do you need to do to find a good project, to evaluate a good project? Well, it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time, and Seedify helps to take out some of that mystery for you. And so you can see some of the projects they've already done are very high quality. So that's something you have to take in consideration for does it make sense? Holding SFUND, the token itself has already gone up in some pretty decent value. So if we look at that here over the last 90 days, it went from like 60 something cents. Now it's up to about a little over $5. Just in the last week, it's gone up almost $2 in just the last week. Yeah. So SFUND as a token is doing really well. So holding the token in general gets you access to the IGOs, and is also appreciating at a pretty good value, I would say. So pretty good to see that here reaching some of these all-time highs that we're getting to. And you can grab SFUND on KuCoin or on PancakeSwap, both easy to grab there. But having that is necessary if you want to participate here in IGOs in the future, and when they start doing initial NFT offerings. So INOs, right? INOs as well are going to be coming to the platform, and maybe even incubating their own games, right, through their gaming studio. So definitely a really cool platform to check out, and gives you an idea of what's possible, what's out there, and what you might want to be looking at as an investment. So if you want to get in early, definitely check out Seedify and what they're doing. You can check out more information on their social channels. I'll put a link down below here so you can check out the website. Let me know what you guys think. Have you heard of SFUND? Do you already have some in your wallet? Are you going to grab it because you think this is something great? Are you pissed because you're a U.S. resident and it's hard for you to get on board? I want to hear your thoughts below in the comments. Let me know. Let me know. That's all we have for today, folks. Till next time, stash that crypto, friends.